Hello, this is Noelle at Pretty Sassy Creations. I thought I would come on and do a little update. I haven't been on in a while, and I thought it would be fun to go ahead and show you a supply haul that I did over the last couple of weeks, mainly yesterday, and just exactly what's been going on. So, this week we had friends move in from Colorado, and so today my husband and I went shopping downtown to grab some local things for them. And with that, we've got a few bags and things. I'll go over that stuff later, but some fun things to make for a trash journal. And as some of you know, I am an admin at the Trashy and Flowish Junk Journals. And it's a great fun group where we swap journals every month, whether it be Trashy, Flowish, or maybe something a little different pop up here and there. Really fun. So I'd love for you to come over and check it out. Again, that is Trashy and Flowish Junk Journals. So I think first is what I'm going to do is show you some things I've been working on. And it's been fun. I started this a couple weeks ago, and it's just a magazine. I think it's one like that you get in the mail. It's kind of flimsy, so I went ahead and tore it apart, and I put some homemade gesso on it, made some pockets. I do pockets like this and these just so you can kind of slide things in. So we have that, and I haven't done anything with it yet. I still have some things to do. I've got here a double pocket there, and then actually triple because there's one back there. So it's just something if I'm not quite sure what I want to do, or I'm having a little bit of, what do I want to do? I'll come in here, I'll gesso a couple pages, and pretty soon it'll all be gessoed and ready to do whatever I decide. So that is just a fun little repurposing of some junk mail that I really enjoy. And then one day I did a bunch of die cutting with some of my painted papers. So as you can see, we've got some bright, colorful images. That is fun for Happy Mail or to add to any journal that you could be working on. These are my favorite. Well, I love the sunglasses. Let me see. I think there's two different. It's a little leaf. Two different styles sunglasses. Let's see. This is the same style. Let's see. That's the same style. Oh, come on. Oh, there's one. Here's one in silver. But I do have to say, oh, there's a pink one too. Let me see. Here we go. So I'm not sure if I'm in frame. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So look how cute. Let's see. I'm going to just bring this down a little bit. Sorry for the shaking. Up and not sure how that, okay. So yeah, so this has been super fun, and look at all that. Love it. Got some different shapes and things. So I'm gonna put some Happy Mail together and put the rest away in my stash. So that was fun. And then for another group that I am in called Just Lane Junk Journals, I did a couple tutorials on how to put together and what exactly a flow style journal is. So what we're doing over there this month is everybody that participates is putting together a flow journal, a mini flow. This is definitely a mini flow. And you will be entered if you post your pick It's actually closed now, but whoever does that, and they'll be put into a drawing, and whoever wins gets everybody's little flow journal. So super fun, super cool. Another cool group to check out. But yeah, so fun. And this was just made of a recycled, you know, the envelope bag. It's not completely done, but it's getting there. So I've just still got a couple things and elements I need to put in it. And as you can see, I have kind of been working a little bit with color. More and more and more. I'm still at the start of it, but I am truly, truly enjoying the process of that. So it has been super fun, and you know, some things I like that I do, some things that I'm not so sure about, but it's fun. At the end of the day, I'm really having fun with it. So again, there's a little mini flowish, quick flip through. And with that being said, I will just show you, let's see, some of the painting things. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. Another thing in Just Lane that we are doing is every month they have a collaboration where you send in a page, and the person, the host of the collaboration, again, will put your name in for a drawing, and who excuse me, whoever has entered a page, she will put together the book. This one is Fun in the Sun, I believe, and that person again will win the journal. Let's see, I think it was April. I did the trash one. It was Trash to Treasure. And it was, oh my gosh, it was so fun seeing everybody's stuff. But this is the one I created. I need to get it sent out for the Summer Fun Journal. And, you know, it's just basically anything goes. Just, you know, something that you find would be fun in the summer. And this, let's see, got that in the pocket. So it's just one page, and usually it's just like two sides of a page, but being that I did all four. So then you put your initials or your name here. And yeah, it was just, it's fun. It's fun. I've just got a few little elements here. This is from when I lived in Palm Beach. And yeah, here's something to eat beachy clean. Oh, actually, we'll put this one right in this pocket. So, and then what do we have here? Little card. And that is, oh yeah, that's a tough, that's why I got some sand out of our backyard. We live now in South Carolina and have some sand. And then this little sea bag tags. These bags are really cool. They're made out of old sails from different boats. So we got that in this vellum pocket. That here. And you flip it over, and we have some writing spots. I made a little, some washi tape. And then I made this little pocket out of a magazine page. And then there's a pair of the glasses. So that was fun. So again, that's going on in Just Lane Junk Journals. And she is also in the Trashy Flourish group. So there's that. And actually, with that being said, next month they are doing Pretty in Pink 80s. So I've been collecting, I'll get into the little haul that I've been doing. I've been collecting things for the 80s collab. And some of this I'll use, some of it I won't. But I've had some fun. But there was a couple things in here I thought would be cute. Maybe not exactly 80s, but you know, we have some nice bright images, and if I find anything pink, like tennis, I played tennis in the 80s. So yeah, just super cute. This was Five Below, and since we're doing this little haul, I'm going to do a strawberry shortcake page, and I thought this would be super cute. And should I be buying stuff for it? No. But did I? Yeah. Whatever I don't use, my daughter loves strawberry shortcake. I can send it in Happy Mail. So these are just a few little things that I picked up and had a blast with. I did this printable for 80s trivia. Some Lisa Frank stickers. Remembered those? Oh my gosh. I mean, I think they're just so bright and colorful, which, like I said, I'm just slowly starting to get into. These, you know, this stuff's Dollar Tree. Care Bears. So I think I'm going to do a Care Bears Cabbage Patch, strawberry shortcake, and then the other theme is going to be the trivia and my top, like, 10 80s songs, books, authors, musicians, games, things like that. So I probably won't use all of this, but I plan on making a bright journal in the future. So needless to say, it will get used. So that was fun shopping for that. And when I say I plan on doing a bright journal in the future, I was not kidding. As I picked this up too. So look at how fun and bright these are. Like, they almost, wow. I picked these up at Aldi's, not Aldi's, Ollie's, which is a store I usually, to be honest, walk in and out of because it overwhelms the heck out of me. But look how cool some of these images are. So to cut up in tags and what, oh, super fun. And then we have this one. Let's see, I'm just gonna stand up real quick to make sure you guys can see this. Okay. I do see that might be irritating. All right. Look how exciting. Whew, that's gonna be so fun. Who doesn't love fun? Okay. Next is a little thrift haul. I picked this up today at a thrift store. It was $1, I think. And I just thought this would be great for, you know, different journal cards and images. There's something I love about birds, and like, I love that. So, just has some really cool pages, and I get excited when I do see something, you know, like this, bright and colorful and fun, that I'm like, there's so much I can do with this. I do wish there was more than 24 hours in a day because I really enjoy the process. So never, you know, disregard children's books. Because they can definitely be a lot of fun. And I bought another one last week while we were away in, I think it's called High Country, but we were by Clemson doing a waterfall tour. one of the things on our bucket lists. And I got another really cool book. Do you think I can find it? I already put it away, but I don't know where I put it away at. I was trying to look for that too to show you guys. And then here's one I got. Again, it just has some really cool, more vintagey images. But I like the feel of the pages. They'll make a great, you know, if you're making something with book page, they'll make great envelopes, great pockets, pages, little ephemera. Definitely some fun. And the cover, I'll use the cover again as well. So that was another good find. Let's see, what other, as far as, okay, here's a couple more things I found at the thrift stores. I think this is cute. And my thought with this is to tear it apart. I'm thinking, this is, yeah, still thinking. And make a journal this way. And this would be the cover. And then in the back, you have a little thing. Here you could carry your pencils or whatever, but I think that would be fun. So that's my thought process on that. And then these are, let's see, it says iron letters. So iron on letters. I don't know how they'll work. There's a whole bunch, but I'm hoping I can iron them on paper as well instead of just fabric. But they come in black and white. So I think that'll be really fun to play with, whether I make words or just add it to maybe painting papers for texture. And we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited to give those a try too. So there's that. Go ahead and put that back in later. So as far as thrift haul, I think that's all I got, but I'll show you the rest of my other things that I bought. I got these these are great for, you know, you can use a credit card too, but to spread paint over stencils or gesso. So these were $1, but they're actually Sugar Bell and they're used for cakes. But I thought, why not use them for your journaling and things? And then I got this mixed media book that I like because it lays flat. So I thought that would be fun now that I'm kind of getting into the color world. And I got a couple of books. I don't normally buy books. I mean, this was at Ollie's, but sometimes I do like to have my own. I usually get them from the library or read on my Kindle or iPad, but sometimes I like books for being outside or in the pool or whatever, just to hold the book, and if I get it wet, it's okay because it's mine, and at the end, I have a bunch of pages to play with. So I got that, and let's see, this is another, I haven't done this in a long time, but I figured I have all of the markers and the pens and all that fun stuff to play with. I see some YouTubers do it and it looks so fun. So I got a journal. Now, pink is not my color. This is by Punch Studio. I got this at Home Goods, I think. Pink's not my color, but I'm going to redo this. What I loved is the inside pages. I think it's like that river paper, I think it's called, and I love the feel of it. I love the layout. Now this one did not have a pocket, the other one did, but I can make my own pocket, so. But yeah, I love the fact that it's got the month and then the week. And the reason I like that so much is because a lot of your planners come with all the months are in the front and then the weeks are in the back, and you're flipping back and forth. So this I really do like. And of course, I was looking one that had like a shopping list on one side, your goals on the other, but you know what? I can add all that into here. So I was looking forward to that. And lately, thanks to my friend Bridget Williamson, I have been into pink and orange. So these two were at Marshall's or Home Goods. I forget which one I went to. And so those will be fun to play with, and I have enough to share. Let's see, did that. Okay, a couple more things here. Another Ollie's. This is Faith Journaling for Inspired Artists. I loved in here the colors, the imagery, and the ideas. I thought they were really cool. Being that I'm just starting to doodle and things, I found these very inspiring. So, yeah, give this a try. It was only a couple bucks, so I thought, for a couple bucks, like, yeah, I'll work on that. Because doodles is something I'm really trying to play with a little bit. So there's that. I did do got some washi tape and a couple stencils from Ranger that were on clearance. And let's see, I know I have the packaging here because that was something else I wanted to talk about. So this one is Ranger Delusions, small stencil. Right there, and you can find that on the Ranger website. I think it was like $2 or $3 bucks. Wasn't that expensive, and same with this one. Thought they would be fun for mark making. So I got those. And this was Dollar Tree. It's my best friend from high school's birthday is coming up. And so I always like to get her, some cool stuff, but some funny stuff too. So this says friendship is golden. This is going to be 100% sarcastic. So hence the Pretty Sassy Creates. I am very sarcastic. And so this is going to be a blast to fill out. It says one of the best times we've shared together. Oh my gosh. Like, this is going to be really fun. So pick that up. And the other thing, today we went downtown locally shopping. We had our friends, I may have already said this in a video in the beginning, they just recently moved to Conway, South Carolina, where we reside, and we went local shopping for some local artisans and bakers and goodies and local merchandise at the stores to put a little basket together for them. They just bought a home. Their stuff came in, I believe, on Wednesday. And so we got a little basket of good local things for them. And I always like to go in and support the local bookstore. And so this is the book I got. And this is a story, it's historical fiction about before Dorothy. So before Dorothy came to live, with Auntie Em and Uncle Henry and all that. And yeah. Again, I like to support the local. So, there's the haul. The next thing I want to talk about is all the junk that I got from my haul. Look at this. This is what I love. This is trash to a lot of people. To me, it's treasure. Because this right here, this is what, I got some washi tape, came in. I'm gonna cut this. And guess what I have now? I have a tag for a page. Like, how cool is that? Let me just grab, actually I'll grab this little Flowish book here that I've been working on. So, let's see, we got a paper right here, look. Look how cute. So, to me, when I do shop, some of you might find this funny. I'm sure my husband would laugh hysterically. I feel like I'm winning because not only am I getting some cool stuff to create with, but I'm getting some cool stuff for my trash journals. Which, come on. That's exciting too. So here we have, I'll, clip that better, but I can make a cute tag, put a writing space on there, and put it in a pocket, or glue it down, or make a scrappy pad. I mean, it's endless. And then I'll save these for a second here. And then these two, these are what the stencils came in. Gonna have fun with those. Those are going. Belly band came off the planner. This is what my Ranger stuff came in. It looks like a cool cover to me. So cover that up nice and squishy. There's a cover for the journal. So, and then here's the packing slip invoice. Went ahead and covered up my personal information. Perfect journal page. Right there. So, there we go. And this is just other trash I've gotten this week to put in. Maybe I'll just make a journal out of the trash I collected this week. This was from the local bookstore. So I'll read that, and then perfect. We'll make some pockets. We've got a flip out and a page. I love it. See, so I'm winning on getting some cool stuff to play with and cool stuff to make into a trashy journal. Again, this is from the mixed media pad, and by the time I fill this up, it might be a really cool closure. So I think I will, and if anyone's interested, please let me know, anyone that watches this, if you would be interested in if I use this stuff that I've collected this week and came on and made a journal. If you would want to see the process, please let me know in the comments, and I'd love to do that. This is our library newsletter for August. Again, why throw it out? These are great pages. I can paint over them, whatever, and put them in a journal. This is what the things came in. Oh, look, it's showing that on a stencil. Okay, so, and it says Icer scraping set, but I don't know. But this is pretty flat. That would be great in the back of a trash journal, and maybe put some little beads or something in and make a shaker card. So there's that. This I received, actually this and this, I received in a trash swap that I did at Trashy Flowish. And so I could use this, make some fun things with that. And then also I got some bags, you know, today, not the plastic bags, but the brown paper. And this came off something, but that'd be cool on a tassel. I have a whole little thing here. I just showed this in one of the groups last night. You know, this is all my junky stuff that I've collected over the years, and some are just little bits. But this is stuff I probably normally might, you know, throw away over the, well, not that, or maybe not use, but, so I use them in my trashy. There's a milk thing, a little McDonald's toy, and I make tassels or whatever out of this kind of stuff. So this will go in the bowl. So we've got that. And then one thing I have done that I encourage you all to do, if you'd like, we all get these brown, you know, these shopping bags. And so I went ahead, I had all these wrappers. It's not the coolest cover, but guess what? I kept them out of the landfill. So, let's see, let's bring it up here. Hopefully my whole video hasn't been down below, but, so I melted those. And they're just different labels, bags, and, then I have rubber bands here for the signatures. But this is what I do with my brown paper bags. I throw them in here, and let's see, let me move this up. And this, and if I have extra paint, I know you're not going to be able to see this whole thing, so we'll just kind of, but I just do some mark making or whatever with these brown paper bags. If I'm doing my gel plate, I will go ahead and bring out a page in this. Or if I have extra paint, I love this one with the rust on my palette, I'll bring it out and squish it down. So it's just, you know, kind of mindless play. And eventually, you know, I can use this as a trash notebook or trash journal or backgrounds. I mean, it's nowhere near done. I don't know if it ever will be, but like I said, I just pull stuff out, and I guess that we got that connected. No, and I just kind of randomly play, and really enjoying this process as well. This actually is a piece made from, this one is not paper bag, but it's made from a bunch of offcuts. The die ghosts, I guess. I don't know if that's what you would call them. It's a bunch of these. I forget what they call those. Masks, maybe? I can't remember. But it's a bunch of these, and I sprayed, and I made it really grungy. I think the next one I make, I'm going to kind of leave it alone and let the colors speak for themselves. So I'll put that in later. But yeah, it's kind of enjoyable, mindless, and at the end you have this kind of cool bag journal. Let's see here, I still have a lot of room to play. So there's a quick little flip of that. I think that's about it. Yeah. So it's a nice thing to have when you, I don't know, just to pull out and play with, and, you know, throw those paper bags in there. What are you going to do with them anyhow? You might as well utilize them, right? And then last, and the end here, I'll just show you some of the fun things I have been doing with playing with these with paint. And then I will get off of here because I'm sure you're all totally sick of my voice. But like I said, I'd love to let me know if you want to do a trashy journal with this stuff together, and we will do that. So these are just some I was working on the gel plate a little bit yesterday with some stencils. This I just had out my mini because I was actually doing painting papers and stuff, and these are what I got from that. So there's one. Let's see, I'm just looking for the deli paper ones here. Okay, I think these are, nope, sorry. Should be a little bit more prepared. Okay, so these are the deli paper ones that I finished yesterday. And I did just a little mark making there. But what I wanted to tell you was, you know, what I do is I cut off around these deli papers, and you get just a little bit of paint on some of them, just to kind of square them up a little, and probably more so on my bigger deli papers. But like right here I have some. This one I don't know if I would ever even use. So what I do is I cut them, and then I just use a homemade matte medium, simple homemade recipe, and I make these. And listen to that. That is just the strips. That's not on any base or anything like that. And then I've added a little mark making here. I love the sound. But that's just from these little scraps. And, you know, why not use them? So I do that with the deli papers. And then this, I'm a numbers girl. I have done bookkeeping almost my whole life. In accounting. So one thing, I still do general ledger for my own home checkbook. And so I have an adding machine, and so I just made these with the adding machine paper that I wasn't, you know, I was gonna throw away. So why not use them? So we got a couple of those. Oh, there's another, is that deli paper? I think that's deli paper. So there's another fun one I did. I think that's it for, yes, the receipt paper. And then this I just sprayed. This was a napkin. I sprayed one side, folded in half. It was a 2-ply, and then I used 1-ply already, and then took that one. So that's makes a cool background for collage. And then, yeah, just playing a little bit with the color. Like I said, I'm having some fun with it. I really am. And then this is just a what do you want to say? Something that didn't print right. So why not use it? So there's that. And then this is the background I made that I'm gonna go ahead and make some more of this tag. This one is just a little sassy tag. It says worry about yourself. And so I've got those that I made as some happy mail. Here's another one that says strike a pose. So I just need to add a little bit of maybe some texture paste and whatnot, and put these together with the sentiments and cut those into tags. So we got that, and I made these envelopes, which I'm really hoping, I sent these out in 3 different mails. 2 were you know, one of these fun tags, and the other was for the Trashy Flourish I sent to my partner for the 7-item swap. I sent these last Thursday, and so far they have not received them, so I'm a little worried that maybe, because I wrote the address in black right on the front of the envelope, I'm hoping that, I mean, I can't see how they would get lost in the mail, but hopefully, you know, they're not going to be coming back to me, but we'll see. So there's that, and then this is the page 2 that I worked on yesterday that I had fun with. I love the feel of it, and again, just need to do a little bit more fun stuff, and I'll make that into something to use and send out. So thank you guys. I know this was a long video, way longer than I normally go, but I just wanted to do something a little different, and hopefully something on this YouTube video actually inspired you. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Oh, sorry, one more thing. This is what I put my paint on. This is just a piece of, I guess, acetate that maybe stamps come on or something. But at the end, I'll add this to the journal, the junk journal. What a great pockets I can make with that. So yeah, I'm gonna add that to the pile. Okay, that is all. Thank you again so much for watching. I look forward to your comments, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Take care. Bye-bye.